Hi everyone, my name is Gideon Besanat and I am an application engineer for Micrographics. Today we're going to have a look at how we can utilize Inventor to create an exploded view in the animation workspace. Now this can also be used for GA drawings where you can create a snapshot and go and create that snapshot for your GA drawings with your bill of materials. Now when you go into Inventor on the Home tab and you go to New and Browse Templates, we are going to go and have a look at the standard presentation files. Now once you've opened a standard presentation file, Inventor will ask you to bring in an assembly that you can utilize to create your storyboards. Now, just quick background regarding the presentation files. Once you've brought in your assembly, you'll be able to create what we would call a storyboard. And the storyboard is where you'll start tweaking your components for a small animation to see, for instance, or as an example, how an assembly would fit together. And from here, you can actually go and publish that small video. It's very beneficial in a company, for instance, if you have a full dedicated assembly department and you get a new employee, you can create a small video for them to watch, maybe a minute long or so on, so that they can get an indication of how an assembly would fit together. And mainly you'll create your assembly and then go into the presentation file and tweak the components to create trials that will utilize for snapshots to create a nice GA drawing with your parts list and your balloons to see how everything can fit together. Now in this environment I've got Inventor open. I brought in a very small assembly. And what we're going to have a look at is tweak components. With the tweak of components, you can go into your browser in the left side and select your specific parts, or you can simply go and select a single part or multiple parts at an instance. You'll be able to move it or rotate it. And here you can see that you will be able to see your trials. So you can move it up in a specific direction. In this instance, that would be your Y direction, and you'll be able to go and set the duration. You can also then move it left and right. And you'll see your storyboard will start creating your different stories. If you say select, just to give an indication of what I've created, you can see there's a player storyboard, and that actually shows you the movement of that specific washer as an example. So I'm going to go and tweak a few components, just move it in a few directions and say OK. If I again tweak components, I'm going to select both the pins on the inside there. I'm just moving it in random positions, random locations. So I'm not going to go into all the details on how the tweak of components work or how you can benefit from this. So in this video we're going to have a quick look at how the tweak of components and how we can utilize it to create an exploded view of the GA and of your assembly. Simply going to go and tweak a few more components and just move it in specific directions. You can also choose to rotate an option to create a rotation animation. Now there is quite a few components here. I'm going to select two items at the same time just to move them in no specific direction. just to create that specific trails. 2 more items left to go. And this can really assist in quite a few different ways. So I'm just moving this in that direction and that direction, just to give you a small indication of what I've done. I'm simply going to go and click play, and you can see the whole assembly, how everything will move in a specific direction. You can go into a little more details regarding your presentations, like setting up specific times, specific movements, and publish the video or the image. This is just a quick demonstration of how the presentation file would look like and how it works. And from here we can actually go, once it's completed, very important, we can go and choose to create what we would call a new snapshot view, and that would create a physical snapshot of the finished presentation, the finished animation. From here we can simply create a drawing view, and yes, you will have to go and save that presentation file. I'm just creating it as a save. Choose your specific template that you would like to use. Just moving this in this window. I'm going to leave it as a shaded. I'm just going to increase the scale a little bit. Let's make it 1 to 2. See, that might be a bit big. 1, 2, 3, and say OK. And you can see the trails of your assembly as an example. From here you can go to the Annotate tab, bring in your parts list. You can select the specific view, and you'll be able to go and insert your specific parts list. You can also go and choose to auto balloon the specific view, so you can add or remove components. You can select your placement of your balloons as an example, and choose your balloon style, say apply, and all of this would be in the same order as your parts list. So this is one of the benefits of going into the presentation workspace, as you can go and create an exploded view that you might want to use with your GA drawings and see how all of this fits together. You can also simply actually hide the trails if you don't want to see the trails, and that will remove the trails as indicated, not showing you where those points actually fit in. So this is something that is quite beneficial. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and follow for more content.